Hope everyone is authentic and doing really well. Uh, let's speak about security and protection. We are continuously spending a lot of resources towards these equipments for our security and protection, especially if you're in a high risk neighborhoods and um, you find a sense of relief because you have these security notices and you are spending a lot of monetary resources to maintain these level of security systems as well. But when you interpret that into our spiritual journey, we need to speak about such a magically created this divine mind, body, spirit vessel. We sort of have a security system. I think our creator have thought about everything. There is in a natural ecosystem, there are no cameras, there are no equipments to protect our safety, but everyone have a built-in integrity, like the body of the magical trees and the strength and the kind of space that is taken in our natural ecosystem. But as a human species, we do have the same. We sort of have a built-in security system permanently free of charge, but we have to learn how to use these equipments, the built-in systems, so that we can prioritize our safety. How do we explain this in an appropriate way? I'm still navigating myself. I understand, but it's the delivery is the problem. So um, even though we have a mechanical security systems, we can't guarantee our safety because we're hoping to recognize what everyone is up to, who is trespassing your properties, and we can identify these intruders or the parasitic entry. This is the purpose. So we can be proactive, protecting ourselves. But the intruders, sometimes they go ahead and enter anyway. Sometimes they cover their faces so that you can't really recognize all sorts of things. But we want to uh, we have them as tools. They are tools, but there's no guarantee of safety because anything could happen. You could step out. There are cars on the road. There are health crises. There are bugs. The parasites, the bugs and diseases there available for us to get infected with. So there are all sorts of things that can get through these security system. Even though we have these mechanical equipments, our safety is not guaranteed. But what happened when mind, body, spirit vessel, when we need to have some sort of connection towards our source God, our creator, our higher self? The security system is your intuition and your gut feelings, and you can laugh all you want, but the reality is you have awareness, and safety concerns can be addressed by our intuition. We can not only identify, we can be proactive towards our safety, we can identify the danger zone. When we know, it's like a filtering system. You're letting these external things enter into your orbit with caution, because now you have the ability to also recognize and identify the level of toxicity. So this is the purpose of these internal built-in connected mind-body vessel, um, is proactive regarding your safety. This is the indefinitely protection towards your own mind, body, spirit vessel, because this is really safety is not just about the physical, because everything manifested before that, mind, spirit, body. So it have to start with our mind, our spirit, and this is how we navigate life. And this is the purpose of staying connected to your higher self, your guidance from the unknown sources, because just because we can't see it doesn't mean we can't feel it. So this is how we navigate life with the appropriate security system, because the creator knows best, your higher self knows best. Therefore you are proceeding life with these security systems, the methods in place. We can identify now the problems, and we can eliminate them, or we can draw these boundaries. This is the purpose of doing inner work. This is the purpose of getting connected to your higher self, because otherwise people will never do anything in secret, because we have a conscious or unconscious awareness. So this is why we are selective what we put out for the public to see. For example, it is like a cake. People I hear in the spiritual community, we are speaking about, you know, you can't believe everything what you see. You can't, you're seeing an end product. It doesn't really matter, but what is shown in public is a journey, just like that beautiful cake. It's a process. You have to go through a lot of, I can never bake a cake because I don't have that kind of courage yet. Doesn't mean I'm ever going to not try, but it's a process. It's a lot of ingredients. It's a method of mixing it. It's a method of baking it. It's a lot of work. But somebody else could be so effortlessly bake a cake, but it's really not my thing. This is how life is all about. We know, for example, in secret, we know these little video clips that's coming. Someone is doing a reel or YouTube channel or something, is most from most unlikely places, most faraway places. To our standards, it could be like not very good, but it's still, we secretly watching these little videos, and you admire these people, their courage, their authenticity. They're trying to maintain some sort of individuality despite all the challenges. Sort of like me, you see, I don't, at this point, I don't even have a moisturizer. I'm hoping my inner beauty will shine through eventually. But the reality is, these people are not to the standards what we see, but you see their journey. You know there is depth. You know there is understanding. Maybe they are not looking like a movie star. Doesn't stop them trying to be authentic and trying to show some little parts of their personality. I personally watch these random videos, random people, places unknown even, just to see and be proud about the human species coming forward with their authentic style of creativity. Is not everything is not the same standards, but it's the part of growth. We never like these videos, we never share them. Doesn't mean we stop watching them. We recognize something so profoundly wise and creative and courageous energies from these individuals. So these are the examples of how we prioritize our authenticity and create something. We don't all have to look the same. We don't all have to be creating to the same standards. It's pointless, but you have to create that your authentic style of energy, because whatever you put out into the public, we know there is a journey that you have to go through to be you. Instead of discouraging these creators, you have to be proud about their accomplishments. They are not to be ignored because of whatever the circumstances may be, especially the religious or the cultural speed bumps, like a style. There is like a barriers put on people. If you're a woman, you have to be shunned and hidden away somewhere in a box. They break that barrier too. So these journeys of these unlikely sources and places need to be admired and use it as an example. Not everything have to be the same, and the standards have to be the same, because the roots always have to go through a journey. The human species, just like the tree of life, you are planting seed, but the seed is already a part of something. There is another existence before that, so it doesn't mean they are disconnected from the source, the root, the tree or a flower. Its seed is created because seed exists because of that something before us existed. So this is the journey of life. This is how we recognize, and this is how we know they have that built-in security system and they are connected and protected from a higher source. Another example I can come up with, knowing that you are protected and connected, is when you go through challenging experiences in life. Just like that cake, life is a journey. What we are putting out to the world is what you see, but there was a journey before that. For me, I was extremely depressed in my 20s. I slept most of the time, go to work, come home, sleep, do little chores, get something to eat. This was a routine for years, because when you have everything, when you come towards the journey or a different different stages of your life, you think that having your space, having your car, having your job, having your education, having your own space is going to resolve problems. But no, but what happened when you have all these things? You still have to go through that process. You might trying to make a sense out of what happened in your life, and all the disappointment, all the lessons, all the challenges, all the joyous parts of yourself. You have to come to terms with these chapters in your life. So this is a process, and you need to have some time to reflect. This is why we take that time for that hibernation. You're trying to muster up some courage, and because you're constantly living in a state of fear of losing now, fear of not having, fear of not being enough, fear of losing, fear of sicknesses and illnesses, and all sorts of things that we have to go through to muster up that courage, the fear no more. And this is how we find your courage to find that authentic way of life, meaning it's nothing to do with anyone else. This is how you live your life. This is how you look at the world. This is how you express what you see. These are that end results of what you go through. Everybody wants to be chosen, but it doesn't mean it's an easy path. It's a lot of lessons to be learned. The books, the chapters, and these are like experiences in life. They are doesn't have to be all bad. It could be happy experiences too, because if we want to find the definition or to figure out the contrast between joyous and the opposite, we sort of have to experience. But the most intelligent thing, protected thing to do, we're experiencing for the creator, but we're experiencing without getting attached to all the experiences. It's like outsider looking in. Like for me, I had this way of life from very early on. I romanticize everything. I put every circumstances, every little thing I do, put into like a storybook. If I see a tree house, if I see a snake, if I see a little hut in a mountain, or people trying to build something, I put all that into a little magical story. There is nothing ugly about it when you see the life exactly as they are. If you can live in a little hut in the mountain, but you see the beauty, the birds and the flowers, the sound of waterfalls, sound of wildlife, and the smell of flowers is something that is permanently embedded to you from your childhood. These a floral scent, the when you're walking in the woods, you get to experience. They are so indefinitely in your system, you'll never forget that. And these beautiful experiences. And if you run into a snake or a scorpio or something, it's really scary, and you don't want to. But it's the moment you live through these experiences is very lively. You feel that curiosity, the little bit of scarcity, but you feel these at the moment, because these are a sign of your existing in real time, experiencing in real life, real time events. These are very vibrant. How you look at it is how you learning lessons and navigating life. But our life experiences are the same thing. But the external world, when you realize uh, being a destructive force, becoming sort of like a parasite, but we don't really want to be putting these labels. But when you recognize external world is always there to consume you, when you know the difference, this is how life becomes so much easier. For example, we go through all these experiences, and year after year, degrees after degrees, and because we think this is the way to improve ourselves, instead of going within, we are going external. It seems somehow easier to face than going internal, because going internal means you're going to heal your ancestral trauma bodies. So it's not an easy task. But we go external, we put so much time and effort into external systems because it's the path to destruction, and it needs a real commitment. Some people say all these going high class, high accomplished, meaning is you're making a commitment for some kind of a culture system. It could be true, because what happened with all the major accomplishments that you created is sort of how we measure the sustainability of our external ecosystem. For example, last few years with the health the situation, We have gone through a thing like healthy people have called into the offices in my work healthcare. I had to drive to my office for 20 kilometers on and coming back and proceed with my daily work because I refused something. But they gave you a level of 3 months or something. You have to go to the office and test for something that you have no symptoms. But collectively, all that education, all that intelligence go out the window because they collectively make these kind of decisions that is not making sense. The common sense is not there, but the intimidation is there, harassment is there, depriving of your human right is there, so you can maintain this employment. This is a perfect example. Somebody had to sign off on that. What a way to measure the intelligence and common sense. And these people have taken the leadership over you. This is why we desperately need that internal built-in security system by connecting to the source God, your higher self, to protect and eliminate these kind of hidden dangers or unsuspecting. But we just don't know how to navigate life because we have given our powers away. If people improve life, if the system is there to elevate your circumstances, every person who was poor, every person who have um, gone through a difficult early childhood circumstances, they go into the external world, they would do something substantial to improve the circumstances. We don't know definitely, but the way we see it, we're not seeing the result because we see the chaotic existence is more prominent than resolving problems. If everything is completed, you have beautiful infrastructure, you have a very sickly people. This is how we navigate information and trying to become a healed version of you. It's not to destroy systems and put a damper on somebody's system. It's about empowering our personal selves and resolving our own issues and trying to eliminate these unsuspecting danger that we are walking right into, and we just don't know how to overcome it. It's all about paying attention and staying connected to the source God, so the your intuition, your built-in security system will guide you out of these kind of chaotic mess that we have created for ourselves. The other thing, so sophisticated systems, as if somebody is living with a bed sore, it shouldn't take 2-3 years to heal. It's perpetuating a state of extreme limited circumstances. You have to now be conscious and witnessing you're going through this level of suffering unnecessarily, but the nurses have to go and pack these things in. If you heal everyone, we wouldn't have a job. What a place to be in. These are the ways to navigate life because now we have signed up for circumstances that we are not able to see, we're not able to hear, not able to discuss, we're not able to come up with solutions. Because this is a brick wall we walk into. There is a prison system is there now. In a professional capacity, this is the kind of wall that we run into. Now you see ourselves within this framework of prison. You are not able to you can see, you can feel, you know it's right, you know it's wrong, but you are stuck not being able to do anything about it. This is how we navigate information. Something really important, because someone is always paying the price. It's the most horrible way to exist life. You're feeling it, you're seeing it, you just don't know how to prevent it. But reality is, though, your body is the most powerful machine. You have the ability to heal, but something is preventing it. We have to figure out why and how. This is how we navigate life. This is the built-in security system. When we know how to recognize, you can prevent it. Sickness and illnesses are there, but this is not how we supposed to live, because external system have this way to force you into something indefinitely, but you're stuck, you're limited, and um, your sort of level of limited capacity. This is not how we exist in life. So you have to come to a realization, this is something wrong with this system. How can we overcome? So this is how we use our intuition and our internal guidance to be proactive and be in charge of our own health and well-being. This is how we empower ourselves. This is a part of awakening process. So take what you able to comprehend, leave everything behind. It's a free information, different ways of thinking, because we like to see everyone is in their authentic self and thriving at their life. It doesn't mean that we don't feel the pain. The pain and joy is the two outcomes, but it doesn't have to be stuck in one place. It's a process. You kind of have that middle ground. You come to an understanding about the cruelties of pain, and understand that, and learning the joyous existence, the contrast between these two things. And if we are to experience that for our higher self, our source God, we need to have awareness about these circumstances, and this is how we thrive in life. Thank you.